Welcome back to the channel here. My name is SV and we are playing Oxygen Not Included, Spaced Out DLC. In the last episode we found the oil biome and we are digging it the F up. The unfortunate thing is we don't have a giant pool of crude oil down at the bottom. It's just these little pockets which will accumulate into a smaller pool, but we would have to tap our oil reservoirs, which is fine. There's plenty of water on the map for us to do that with. Got ourselves a hydrogen vent here for free power at some point, and we maybe will run that at a given time, or we can use it to run these anti-entropy thermonullifiers. But things on the calendar for today, and then this is referencing this little thing over here, because we're going to obviously destroy this entire thing and harvest it for resources. Things on the agenda today: dig out this oil biome, start working on a small version of oil processing to get into petroleum and then into plastic so that we can potentially change out all of our ladders into plastic ladders to speed our duplicants up just a little bit more. Once we get some of that, that's chlorine. Why is chlorine like that? I've been hesitant about breaking into this, thinking, oh, it's a lot of radiation, but there's like almost no radiation in here. I just don't know if once you mine the material, if that material is highly radiated. If that's the case, then I'll have to just dump it into a separate location. But we will tackle that one piece at a time. For now, it's all about digging out this entire oil biome, and that includes all of this up until this abyssalite later, as we are not going to broach that until, well, how do I put this? I'd like to do a magma powered oil into petroleum generator refining, I don't know. However, basically I want to heat the oil up to the exact temperature that we get it into petroleum, and then we just let it go from there. And that way we're not using let's see, what is it called? We're not using an oil refinery. Converts crude oil into petroleum and natural gas. Yep. I just want to go right from oil, heat it up to the correct temperature, and then it becomes petroleum, and that's what our plan is going to be. Not right off the bat, though. At some point, I think that's something I want to tackle. So, did I just decide that right now? Basically, yes. Okay, so that's one of our projects there. I love it. We've got, that's a major one coming along. We've got our Draco farm and ranch over here. The problem is it's only so very slightly getting chlorine. So all of our bleachstone is right here, which is kind of insane to me. Is that really all the bleachstone we have on the map? Let's find out. Okay, it is, shockingly so. I would have thought that we would have come across substantially more bleachstone, but I guess not. There's some bleachstone there and there. Well, we'll get that higher. It'll eventually get to the point where it matters. Oh, and we're also, I forgot that we're also drilling out the top. So we're drilling out the bottom and the top of the map at the exact same time. I saw a comment that talking about shovels and how to tackle them. I have ideas for how to tackle them. We'll get to it eventually. Right now, I just want to get this place slightly cleaned up a little bit to the point where I can... Oh, I figured I could inspect that. Dang, no? Okay. What's this made out of? Neutronium, so it means I'll get nothing for it. Another uranium biome there. Got natural gas geyser over here, which is great considering we've got hydrogen down here, so that's just free power out of 2 locations, and then this also means it's free additional polluted water, because it's a byproduct. I'm just going to go with the dirt. Our modded Rodriguez is hanging in just fine. We have way more than enough oxygen to run our base. Oh, we're getting reed fiber out of these. Great. That's exactly what that plan was up there for. And then we've got our 2 here for just plastic production. So we can continue. We have enough to make a ladder? If you do it fast enough, sometimes you can preemptively set it, even though it's not, you don't have the materials for it. So that's what I tried to do there. We got most of the way down, which is exciting. This, we're gonna do priority 7. I want to get this. I can't stand this overheated message over here, building broken, all that stuff. So let's get over here so we can get this dug out and and destroyed. Get to it, dupes. There's a lot of lead down here, which means we shouldn't have a problem with wires anymore. It's probably your best bet for wires, as it's pretty prevalent, and then it doesn't. You don't have to really worry about heat and things like that with wires. So unless you're putting them in super hot areas, which obviously you would not do lead at that point. You'd put something like gold or steel or something like that. Gotta love these 2 dupes. They are working their ass off, mining through diamond like it's nothing. The diamond piece has me thinking about future bedroom layouts and great halls and stuff, where basically it'd be like an entire row of statues and then diamond on the top and bottom. And then obviously they have their own statues within. Lots of Joya seeds down here too, which is awesome because they provide a really good bonus for duplicants. Then there's things like Spore Kids, a whole bunch of zombie spores, but those are dropping. I don't know what zombie spores really do. If anyone in the comments has an idea, please let me know. I've never run into a problem with them before. Okay, what does it take to get... I think it's going to be utility. Yeah, oil well. Using clean water must be built on top of oil reservoir. So once we dig this out a little bit, I'm going to try to get all of the oil wells onto one system a little bit. So we'll find what our lowest one is, which is there only 2? 3. This will be our lowest one, so I'll likely do, well, it's for now it's our lowest, but do a tank that comes down to this, and then it basically, like, this one will likely be underwater or under oil the entire time, but it'll It'll be fine. Yeah, 45 ladder pieces lack resources. Yep. Not a surprise when we went well overboard on that. What do we set this at? Priority 7? 1600-degree magma. It is very possible to actually cool this down and get rock out of it. I think it's igneous rock that comes out of it. So you could do that. So it's possible. It's not easy, but it's possible. It's possible to drill straight directly down. You need a lot of steel for that. And then if you really wanted to, you could just pump all this out and into space. That's also possible. I know that there's planets where you basically land at the top of it and it's just magma the entire way. So that's going to be an interesting one. We need to come super prepared when we land on a planet like that in the future. I gotta love that chain deconstruction. Yep, is this how we get stuck in some spots, duplicants? What are we doing? Oh, I like all the little metal pieces falling. Look at all that copper ore, copper. Oh, it's so satisfying when you see them like break out piece by piece by piece. Who do we want in here? I'm gonna put Nisbet in here. I'm not sure if Nisbet's already been in one, but whatever, get on in. See if we can get you another trait. Nisbet might be sleeping right now. Oh, or that was her just now and had to go home. Obsidian, hell yeah. Means we can make more starry backgrounds in our base. We're gonna do this for now. Oh. Whoop. Oh, see, that's... Okay, stress, minus 20. That's not that. That's not that impressive. Impressive was the wrong word. It was... it's not as needed on this as it is on other playthroughs. If I was playing on the normal difficulty or a high stress difficulty, then obviously that would be really useful. But for this, eh. Before we dig down into this bottom layer, I'm going to do a sweep on all of this, but we're going to do it in a slightly different way. And actually might as well just start working on that now. Well, actually, no. How do I want to tackle this? Yeah, we're just going to do it the old school way. I was going to use conveyor stuff, but I really don't want this. These materials are a little bit hotter than the rest of our base, and so I don't want to mix that in with all of the additional stuff up there in here and potentially flash the water or something like that. So I'm trying to just be very careful about that. Got additional nuclear waste piling up over there. We have yeah, it's just normal priority here. Great. That's 4 high, and that's 4 high, and we'll do 2 there. And then starting here, we'll do 4 high. Get that diamond out of there. And we'll do a rather big sweep command and just get all of this crap picked up into here. And then disable those. So they're not constantly going back in here. Like bring in material, like if I sweep this, I mean, that's actually not too bad to come all the way down to here instead of all the way up, but you know, how can we be efficient about this? New printables, let's go take a look. I'm gonna take copper. I don't need any more duplicates for now. 16 is plenty. Look at all that reed fiber. We got suits for days, ladies and gentlemen. It's this line. Yep, that's good. Get to a dupes. Relatively minimal amount of oil, all things considered. Maybe I'll do the sweep command once we actually get it down to here, because some of this stuff is even hotter than the abyssalite is. It shouldn't flash our oil anyway. Oil vaporization point. Okay, to get it to petroleum, you need to get it to just about 400 degrees Celsius. So we're good. Unless there's a break in this abyssalite. Which, let's just check that now while we're waiting. See if there's any spot here that's not of a manageable temperature along the route. Hey, would this show us? Yeah, this would show us. It's a way smarter way to do that. Ooh, like right there. So I'd put like see, that's a little too close. I might transfer heat this way, so I would put a insulated tile right there. Yep, that'd be a problematic one. Good to know. That should be 4. That should be 4, and that should be enough. Well, a little bit up there also, but could figure that out. That. Okay. Alright, we are golden. So I think I am gonna dig it out to this bottom layer first before we start doing the cleanup. But that'll be our big project, and then consolidating oil all into one. Which would be super great, so that we can start turning it into something useful like petroleum and plastic. We got so many plastic Dracos here. So many hatches. Holy hell. We got this many hatches. Let's population control. So stone hatches take a long time to die. They're a lot tougher, as you can tell. And they will attack, so your dupes will get hit. Look at this one. Got some distance on those guns. Yep, good job. Get all that meat. How long has this one been alive for? Yeah, we can get rid of that one. Oh, for sure get rid of that one. Let's get that meat up ASAP. I think that one's okay, actually. 78, 24, 79, 75. I'm trying to pick off the old ones here. 60, 106. This one can go. Gotta make room for the young bloods. I think it's okay for now. Alright, let's see the progress down here. Going strong. Look how fast Lindsay is. And then do we have... Ooh, the top is almost done. Look at that. Look at that. This ladder system should just carve right through, but we've got salt water right there and no way of really dealing with it just yet. Well, we could easily construct desalinator, but I don't want to deal with that right now. We've barely made a dent on this. Actually, we made more of a dent than I expected, considering this was once like down to here. Like, I think it was up to like this level. So it's getting there. And water is full here. And you know what it is? It's literally these that are sucking up all of the polluted water. Reed fiber. But 93 units. We're going to have some for quite some time. Atmo suits should not be breaking anytime soon. So I want some petroleum for, well, a couple of things. One, obviously we want to turn it into plastic. Two, I want to actually use it as a coolant for some things. It's got a pretty good, let's see if we can find it here. So here, the petroleum, so it won't boil until it gets to 500 and almost 40 degrees. So, oh, this is cool. It actually tells you what it's, visco gel, iso resin. I've never used visco gel or supercoolant. I've never actually been able to produce them. Through the polymer press, you get that, some steam, some carbon dioxide. I didn't know it would produce steam. I'm not sure if that's new. I thought it would just produce like water, but crude oil gives you that, plus some natural gas. Carbon dioxide plus molten slicksters give you petroleum. Molten slicksters, you have to be in like a super hot environment. If you breed them in a if they're in a super hot environment, they'll breed into molten slicksters, but how's our research coming along? Because those data banks should be getting used. Alright, so we've got Yeah, let's make our way through all of these first 3 tiers, because why wouldn't we? Where's that lowest oil well? This one? Maybe what we'll do is combine the oil into one pocket, but I'm going to, like, let's say I did this. Why would that end? That was weird. Like so. And that'll be like where our oil is, and then here I would just put in a door so we can come down here and extract the rest. Or do I do it 4 tiles high? The next 4. I think that's exactly what we do. Changing our minds. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, so it'd be here. So right above the abyssalite layer. That also means we could kind of go without some of that down there for a while. I mean, we could figure that out, but it's not the worst thing if we have to. And then this allows us to... We'll probably lose some of the oil down in here, but we could figure that out. More iron because we absolutely need more metal, even though we're just literally finding metal non-stop down here. So this is 4 right here. Yeah, see, we're gonna lose some oil like into stuff like that. Where was that abyssalite break? Here? Yep. That's the one that's scary. So I think we're gonna go like right to here until... I think it's like right here. Yeah. There's abyssalite here and here, which is good, but it's this tile that's gonna be a problem one. So this needs to be like priority 9 build when we're over there building. Might do a little break-in at some point and get some of these materials if needed, if they are falling further down into this. Look at all of these slicksters here. That's kind of unbelievable. Look at them. Wow. What was this? A cobalt volcano. That's right. Natural gas geyser. 2 natural gas geysers and a hydrogen geyser. Got another neurovacillator here. Big area over here too. We got sweaters here that no one cares about. I think our scientists can't go out to go get those data banks. Let's let Jean go in and out. to get those data banks, so Jean could start working on those pieces. We got one ladder segment done since that last time. Not a lot of plastic from the Drecos. We got this mini Dreco farm here as well. Oh, are we finally at an acceptable level? Yes, we are. So balm lilies are growing, which means our Drecos should be able to eat them, and then they should continue to thrive in this environment. Awesome. That's exciting. Our food continues to rise, which is great. So I don't know if they favor construction. Well, yeah, these two favor construction for sure. That makes sense. We need our diggers out here too. These two are always. Here's our diggers. Otto and Nisbet just killing it. It's like it's nothing. A lot of this is gonna fall down here. We might be able to recover some of it. I love watching them dig. Look how like satisfying it is. They're just walking, basically touching it, and it's gone. Like these two alone are putting in work. Unbelievable. It's just mesmerizing to watch for me. I don't know if you're the same as me, but like stuff like that, that's awesome to watch. And on top of it, they're good builders. This is full of carbon dioxide. The slickster should eat it all at some point. There's a little bit of chlorine in here, so that's not going to go away. Slicksters don't eat that. Yeah, freaking good work, you two. Look at all of that they dug up. Well, I feel like this is a pretty good spot to leave the video. We are digging out the oil bomb left and right here. Literally, left and right. And getting down to it, we're starting to get to a place where we can utilize some of this. We've got to prepare it before it gets out of hand and make sure that it doesn't, well, I guess cook is the best way to put it, because it will if we expose it to the wrong things. So I want to make sure that we're not messing with anything down here with the magma, because then we'll have all sorts of problems with sour gas and that, and it's damn impossible to recover from that without just pumping it out into space. And it's super hot at that point because it'll be like 500 something degrees. Here's the status of the biome. Let's take a look up above, because I'm sure that they've been busy up there as well, which they have. Almost the top. The top is almost also complete. So we've got almost the bottom and the top of the map cored out. And then we just got to work on parts of the middle. Yeah, I think even sooner rather than later, we could work on parts of the middle and getting this cleaned up fairly well. I may move the Rodriguez at some point down into this area to run it by one of these anti-entropy thermal nullifiers. um, via a little bit of a system. We'll talk about that as it arises, because you can't really I don't think these have automation unless that has been changed. Let's see. Nope. So you have to be a little bit tricky with those. We'll talk about that when we get there. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you're enjoying the series. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video.